episode 3 of the Brotatoes podcast. I'm Jesse.
And I'm Eric.
Yeah, that's right?
I think so.
Okay, we'll go with it.
All
Um,
right. See you next week.
yep.
We should actually upload an episode like that some week whenever we actually can't record. I just have that in advance. I think that's a solid idea. Although we did just kind of spoil the surprise, but it's okay. You'll forget. It'll be like 100 episodes in the future, and you'll just click on it and have no idea. But yeah. All
Welcome
right.
to episode 3 of the Brotatoes
I'm
podcast.
not going to edit it. I don't want to edit.
No, I was just kidding.
Oh, okay.
I know you're not going to
I've
edit
had
it.
people do that on other podcasts where they think I'm going to edit, and then I'm just laughing, and I say, I'm still not going to edit that, and they have to listen to it, and they're like, oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, so let's do our report for the challenge this week. Jesse, how did your challenge go?
It went really great. I forgot to do it, so I had nice and hot showers and didn't drink any lemon water.
Lemon water isn't the best. I did it because Jesse sucks. The cold showers suck. I don't like that, especially because I shower. They're helpful in the morning, though extra
I
painful.
Honestly, I didn't not do it on purpose
No, I know
because
you
I would have
didn't.
done it if I remembered. I just made it sound like I did it on purpose, but I didn't. I would have done it. I just totally forgot.
Oh, I actually didn't think that you did it on purpose. I thought I didn't.
Yeah, I know you didn't, but I was just making sure everyone else knew.
Uh,
Did you? Uh, what was
but
oh, did you use
whenever I
lemon
shower,
juice or actual lemons?
lemon juice. I think I might try it with lime juice next time, just because I have a bunch of lime juice from this one time I made Chipotle guacamole. So I have just this lime bottle of lime juice. And I'm like, well, you know what? They're pretty similar, right? So not this coming week because we have a different challenge, but the following week I'll do not as part of the challenge, but just a separate thing, hot lime water, and see if it has the same effects. Which the
Mm-mm.
effects were like I didn't notice them, but it wasn't that bad, and I feel like it probably did help a little bit. So why
Limes
not?
taste better than lemons.
I agree.
I think it'll be better.
So I think
The
that'll be
lime.
better. I'm curious if it'll still have the same benefits or whatever that it's
I've
supposed to.
never I've never tried it, but I know there are people who can actually just cut up a lime and eat it.
Eat it. Oh, I don't know about eating it, but if you had sugar nearby, you
Brian Brushwood, I think, said he does that.
huh?
Do you know who that is?
No.
He's the guy from Scam School.
Okay. And then the cold showers. Cold showers are painful but helpful in the morning. At night they suck because sometimes I'll take showers right before I go to bed.
All they do is wake you up.
Yeah, and I'm like, no. On the one hand, though, it is nice because I'm always really, really hot whenever I try to go to bed, and that's one of the reasons I can't fall asleep a lot
Hmm.
of times because I'm way too hot and it bothers me. I'm a naturally very warm person, so it helps on that aspect because I'm like, yeah, you get to curl up under the blankets, and I'm like, I'm very much awake right now. So
Yeah.
be wise with how you use your hot and cold showers. At least cold showers don't raise your blood pressure like hot ones do, and I take scalding hot ones, so that's probably not good. But you know.
Hot ones.
Oh, so speaking of which, general announcement: if you're talking to a diabetic and you're asking what their blood pressure is, that has nothing to do with diabetes.
That's
Just so
so
you know.
funny. I've done that so many times.
They're like, what's wrong? Is your blood pressure high? I'm like, that is. I mean, maybe, but that's not. That's not what diabetes is about. It's about blood
Uh,
sugar. It's just funny how common that one is. Just because I think blood. I mean, I don't think I know. Blood pressure is the far more, known blood measurement, I guess, that people go by. But they just, will say that on accident a lot of the times, and I just find it funny. I don't even correct people half the time. I just
mhm.
chuckle to myself. I'm like,
Yeah, my blood pressure's low right now. They're like, "Whoa, how can you tell?"
I see. I didn't. The reason I say this because I had a meeting with the disabilities office at Purdue where I go to school, and the lady who was doing my appointment and everything, she actually did say blood pressure at one point, which kind of made me laugh. But I wasn't gonna correct her because I know that she knows. She's not like a diabetes expert, but I know that she knows that isn't it. She just let it slip. I don't think she even
Yeah.
noticed because it was in the middle of a long couple sentences. So, but I noticed it right away, and I just kind of just like I'm just gonna keep to myself. So, yeah. Also, you know what I
Ha ha
realized?
ha ha ha
We should
ha.
do a podcast of us talking about, or like audio commentary of Into the Spider Verse whenever that comes out on DVD. Just
Yeah.
because I love that movie so much, and I don't think we've never actually watched it at the same time. So,
It comes out on digital on Tuesday, and
and
then it
then
comes out Blu-ray a little later.
yeah, so
Because
it
I
comes out
saw
on
an
Blu-ray
Instagram
probably
post by
just before I'll
them.
be home on spring break. So we could probably do that during spring break at some point, just like watch the movie and record ourselves. It'll have that fancy dancy recording machine.
March 19th.
Oh no, is that after? That might be after. Dang it, I thought it was before that. I thought it was March 9th. Either way, it'll happen at some point. So, but yeah.
Hmm.
Let's do some questions. It's time for the questioning.
All right. So first up, what's the point of existence?
42.
Potatoes.
Oh, okay. That's good too.
All
Um,
right. Next question. How do we solve the Israel-Palestine conflict?
I'm very curious about this one.
I don't know, man. I think we should skip this one.
What made you say that?
I don't think this is a good idea.
Do you know what made you think of that
It
question?
wasn't Bo Burnham. I
Ah.
know it's from Bo. I know he mentioned.
If you
I
know
mean
nothing
that
about the Israel-Palestine
I
conflict,
rewatched that special recently, so it might have been from that partially. But also, I've heard jokes from
you
lots of
rewatched
people
Make
about it.
Happy and didn't tell me?
Yep, it
You're so mean.
was like a week or two ago. I was
I watch
bored,
Make Happy like every day.
and then I watched
That's
What, but I
barely
don't
an
think I watched
exaggeration,
all of.
actually.
I don't think I watched all of What. Oh, I watched it when we did the sleep cycles because I was bored and I was like, I
Uh,
need to stay
I've
awake.
never watched What all the way through.
I don't think I have. No, I did the first time I watched it.
I've watched all of it and I've listened. I listen to it all the way through all the time, but I've never
So,
actually watched it all the way through all the time.
all right.
Unlike
So what
Make
are
Happy.
what are our easier questions?
Uh, what is the most interesting place that you have visited? I think I know mine. I'm curious. Is yours hard or do you? I think you might copy my
Uh,
answer if I give mine first. That's kind of why I don't want to.
Most interesting,
Yeah.
if it's just a place and it doesn't have to be like a city, if it's just like a specific place, I forget Discovery
Dang
Cove.
it! That was mine.
I figured that would be yours, yeah. Because we literally rode dolphins. Like that was literally like the coolest vacation ever by
See, the
far.
dolphins wasn't even my favorite part.
Oh, that wasn't my favorite part
I mean,
either,
I
but
loved it. I loved the dolphins part. Don't get me
that's the
wrong.
most fun thing to tell people about, to be like, I rode a dolphin.
No, but like Discovery Cove. So if you aren't aware, it's a smaller part. It's
It's
part of
affiliated with SeaWorld,
yeah
yeah.
SeaWorld, and it's very nearby. But it's like this private park. It's very very expensive. So we've only done it once. I will do it again at some point in my life for certain because like
Mhm.
that was amazing. Probably my favorite
I
thing
don't
I've
know
ever done.
anywhere else that has a better vacation experience than there.
Yeah,
And
that is
I mean, like,
truly the
I'm sure there
best.
are some, but like, it's absolutely phenomenal.
But we got to go in, and there's a bunch of different things you do. You get so actually one problem I have with like the beach and stuff like that is sunscreen. I understand sunscreen is important, but most sunscreens, I don't know if I'm allergic to them. I don't think I am, but like they really burn and hurt my skin.
And
They
that's the same with
irritate
me.
me.
It doesn't burn me as bad as it burns you, but it still is incredibly uncomfortable to
Yeah,
wear. I know I don't have it as bad as you, but like, it's terrible.
one of the few places I've ever had sunscreen that was good was because it was at Discovery Cove, and they give you like these swimsuits you have to wear, that kind of stuff. It's like
Yeah,
snorkels,
wetsuits.
but they also give you this specific sunscreen that you can only wear the sunscreen because it's good for the dolphins. It doesn't have all those chemicals and
Hmm.
stuff that'll hurt
Yeah,
the
it's okay
dolphin.
for all the animals. Also, one other amazing thing that they have, which I'm sure other places do, but I've never seen them anywhere else, they have prescription goggles. It's like
I
you take your
forgot about
glasses off
that.
and try on like different prescriptions to see like which ones you can see all right out of, and like it's like amazing. Like it's like the coolest
I
thing.
totally forgot about that. But yeah, the sunscreen doesn't hurt me at all. So like I treasured the
Hmm.
few packets I had left of that after that trip because I was
It
like,
takes
this won't
it's
hurt me.
the only thing about it. And this isn't like a major thing, but it was like incredibly hard to rub in.
Yeah, that
Like
is
you were
true. Yeah,
white.
you were very, very white. But And then there's like this because you have a specific time that you go and swim with the dolphins and such. But you get to go and well, the food also there's like little huts all around the place. It looks amazing, the entire place. And then, so you go up to these like snack huts and it's unlimited food. Like you get whatever you want. So like you just be like it's almost like a snack stand where you go up and order things, but like you don't give them money because you
You
already
can
paid an
get
insane amount of money to get
so
in.
many ice cream
I was gonna say
sandwiches.
there's ice cream sandwiches. I'm pretty sure there was like lemonade. There was soft
I
pretzels.
only remember the ice cream
I
sandwiches. I
only
know there
remember
was
the
we
ice
had
cream
so many.
sandwiches and soft
We had
pretzels very
so
well.
many ice cream sandwiches
I
because you
just
could just keep
imagine,
going up and being like, "I'll take an ice cream sandwich."
I just imagine me going back in like many years with like
Gosh,
my kids or something, and
bringing a
I'd
calculator and keeping track of how many ice cream sandwiches you eat to make sure it's worth it.
no, I'm just like I'm gonna eat so many more ice cream sandwiches than I'm gonna let them eat because like there's no way they should eat that many. I'll be like eating like 20, and then they'll be like, "Dad, can we have another one?" It's like, no, you already had three. Like, stop.
I would let my kids eat enough to puke.
No, you don't want them to puke, then they won't want to go back.
Yeah, they
But oh,
will.
we didn't even. Okay, so my favorite part though is the dolphins is amazing, but the other main thing that you can do basically the entire time you're there, because I don't think there's no time on it. It's one of the like activities that you just walk around you can do. Is there's this, what would you call it? Like this little pond? No, not a
Yeah,
pond,
I
but
mean
like
it's bigger than a pond. I mean
it's
it's
like
like
this
a
little.
natural
It's like
pool
a
because
it's
it's
a
in
natural pool, and
it's big.
all the stuff is swimming around. Like there are, you're swimming with the actual fish and everything. Oh no, I think Skype is cutting out a little. Jesse, are you there?
Yeah, but switch to
Okay, good.
audio.
Uh,
Yes. It cut out for like a few seconds, so I switched to audio. Did
yeah,
you
me
switch
too.
too?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I wanted to make sure it just didn't like quit.
Uh-huh. No, but they're like all there's a bunch of fish and like stingrays and stuff. The stingrays have their stingers removed, obviously. Swimming around with you, so you can actually touch them. Uh, I
There's
mean,
like
they'll swim
schools
away.
of
I was
fish.
gonna say they'll actually swim away from you because they're fish and they're not like, oh, pet me.
It's
They're not goats. But
it's so
also
cool.
the one of the other cooler things is you can swim. There are glass walls. When you go out further, because it's a lot bigger than just the area you can swim. Though the area you can swim in is pretty big. There's glass walls and there's other fish and wildlife and stuff that swim over there that you can't touch, like sharks. So you could swim within like 4 inches of a shark. There will just be a glass barrier between you and them, but it's very hard to see. So, in
Mhm.
all honesty, it's a little frightening until you figure out where the glass wall is. And even when you know, it's still a little frightening, but in a super cool way.
Yeah, I had a like a waterproof disposable camera, and that was so much fun.
Yeah, that was
That's so cool.
literally
The
the
pictures are
coolest.
amazing.
I loved that trip. I would never ever place. Some of the other things are like Great Wolf Lodge was another one, but I would not put nearly at the level of this. But
No, it
like that's another
was
cool.
yeah. Great Wolf Lodge was amazing and super fun, but it's still also we would have more fun at Great Wolf Lodge if we were younger. Although it's still really fun,
Oh
but
yeah, it's
like
still a lot of fun now. I would totally
it's
go
the most
back.
fun as a little kid. But yeah, I would go back. I want one of the rooms with a cabin in it.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I mean, they're meant for little kids, but like I would
Uh,
love that so much.
and then
um,
the other trip I can think of that I really love is Universal,
mhm.
especially the Harry Potter
Mine
stuff. Even though
is
I don't even like Harry Potter.
yeah, mine is New York City because I love New York City and it's my favorite
I
place
would
ever.
love to go to New York City again. I liked it, but I would love to go back because I know people there now
I've been there
and
several
like that kind of
times.
stuff. Like I know things that I would like to do. Whereas the times that I've been to New York City, which I believe is only twice, I wasn't nearly as like I still had fun, and it was mainly because I was with other people.
It was one of those times when you went with the band.
Yeah, one was for Mom's 40th birthday,
Yep.
and
I went
then
then,
and
and
that's
then
when I got Dark of the Moon Shockwave. So I remember that very fondly.
I
I
think
got that from the Toys R Us that is now closed because all
I
Toys R Us's are closed.
I went there like 3 or 4 times. New York City.
Because I went there that time, and then I went there with the band, and
I went there that time, and then I've gone with Dad. I think I've gone with Dad, like just Dad twice. Maybe it was just once.
I have to admit that something I don't know if it would quite rival Discovery Cove, but it could come close depending on how well done it is. But I think would blow Universal out of the water because it's basically the same thing they do with Harry Potter, but it would be for Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
Yeah, Galaxy's Edge.
I still don't think it'll be as good as Discovery Cove, but I think it'll be pretty big.
How closely have you been following news to it?
Not that closely.
It's insane.
Really?
Yeah. They're patenting new technology just to put into it. They're bringing. Do you remember Hondo Ohnaka, the pirate
Mm,
from the Clone Wars?
yes.
He is actually going to be in the park. He has the Millennium Falcon.
Whoa.
He's like it's being lent to him by Chewbacca. I believe. I don't know when, but there's a lot of cool stuff. But there's also like they're all in costume. That you will be able to do missions and get credits and that kind of stuff. If you do certain things, like bartenders, that kind of stuff will recognize you because they have facial recognition. They will also randomly take people and put their picture up on like billboards and signs and stuff. And stormtroopers will like try to arrest you if they see you.
Oh, that's so
I
cool.
know. It's insane.
I still don't know if it'll be better than
Me
Discovery Cove,
neither.
but it'll at least be closer than I thought
And
it
to
would.
be honest, I'm probably not going to go there until at least a year or two after it opens, in terms of like, because it'll just be
hmm
insane. I mean, I would love to, but it would also be insane, and just how expensive it is, all that kind of stuff. There's no way that I'll go there right
You
away,
definitely
but
want to go when you have enough money to like buy every fast pass and like VIP thing that you can though.
you know what? That's easier for us.
What?
That's probably easier for us because we can
Oh
usually
yeah.
get some of that stuff free.
Well,
We
Disney
might
doesn't
not. I
do
was gonna
that
say,
anymore.
do they? You sure?
No. Disney doesn't give fast pass to diabetics anymore. They
Aw,
changed their rules.
when did they do that?
I don't know, but when I went for band last year, they said that, and I like was very angry.
Hmm, that sucks. I did not know that. Curious if you.
If you went to the right customer service people, you probably could, but
Yeah.
like officially they don't anymore.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
it'd
But
be
yeah.
fun.
So that was a good discussion. I love all that stuff, so it's good to talk about. Next thing is, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you choose? Uh,
Oh, come on, you know where I would live.
New York City.
Yep.
That's so stereotypical. I also want to go because I really want to try the pizza because I've been getting more into different types of food and that kind of
You're
stuff.
talking about New York?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's just a lot of different types of food that I've been getting more into and learning about different types of, and like pizza is one of them. But like Chicago is probably the best. Oh shoot, where is it? There's another one that's basically like Chicago but a little bit better, because they take the crust and they cover it in cheese. It's basically identical to the Chicago deep dish, but they cover the crust in a different type of cheese. I forget what it's called. I forget what region. It's like New something.
Ah,
New, I don't know. Is it New Orleans? I don't know where it is. I forget.
New Jersey.
It's not New Jersey.
I know.
I forget what
Um,
it is, but yeah.
I know it is like a stereotypical thing, like overall, for people to want to live in and like go to New York City, obviously because it's huge. But, like
Entertainment is what I'm talking about.
I don't know anyone like who actually wants to like go to New York City though.
No, I'm talking about. No, I'm not talking about just everyone. I'm talking about specifically people in the entertainment industry.
Oh,
That's like the most stereotypical. Like, oh, I want to make it big in New York.
that's the second most stereotypical thing. If you're talking about all of entertainment, Los
Hol-
Angeles is the biggest one. Yeah.
Yeah, but
All of
I'm
Los
talking more.
Angeles.
Music is bigger in New York City.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
musical,
Definitely.
that kind of stuff. So
Entertainment as a whole, though, people definitely
yeah,
go to LA. Like even just like YouTubers when they get big, they go to LA, which I think is funny.
where would I want to live? You know what? Give me an island like Discovery Cove.
I want to live in New York City, but I want to have a second or like a house or a cabin in Alaska.
Okay, that would also be cool. I would love to have basically like, I'm assuming Hawaii is
That's
probably the closest I could get to Discovery Cove. So like, we'll have a place in Hawaii and then like somewhere to visit in Alaska. I
the
think would
top
be cool.
three places I want to go on vacation are New York City and Discovery Cove, both of which are again, because I've been to both of those, and Alaska.
Huh.
I don't I'm not even really that interested in going to Hawaii anymore. I mean, like if we went there, like I would be happy and obviously like enjoy myself incredibly, but like that's not gonna be my first choice like ever.
I don't think it's my first choice right now, but I really do want to go there at some point. That's still pretty high on my list. I have to admit though, if it was, I don't know. See, like if the choice was offered to me, Hawaii or Discovery Cove, you would pick Discovery Cove, right?
I think so.
That would be a
I
hard
don't know.
choice
That would be a hard choice.
because it's like I know what Discovery Cove's like. I don't know. Like Hawaii could be just as
You
great.
know,
I haven't been
I
there,
think I
so.
would. I think I want to go to Alaska more than Hawaii, but in terms of like going once, I think I do want to go to Hawaii more than New York and Discovery Cove because
Hmm.
I mean I want to go to school in New York, like college in New York, and
Yeah.
I'm confident that I will be able to. um, like I'll be able to get into some school in New York. I mean, I'm not like 100% sure that I will actually be able to move there and go there, but like there's a very likely
Hmm.
that I'm going that I'll go there. Um, and Discovery Cove, I don't know. It's a tough choice. I think I'd go to Hawaii once just because there's so much there
Yeah, like I like to
to
try
do.
new things, but I have to admit that despite wanting to try new things, I really, really do want to go back to like Discovery Cove and Universal, that kind of thing. Like those are, and I would love to go to Great Wolf Lodge, but that's more of a like a, that's not a. I mean, by no means is that
That's like a
it's.
small
I
time
was gonna
thing.
say that's not a cheap, but it's like very small and cheap in comparison to those other
Hmm.
uh,
I don't think I
locations.
really need to go back to Universal. I don't
Really,
love.
there's a
I just
lot more
don't.
stuff I love at Universal,
Yeah, I
so.
just don't love theme parks that much anymore. Like I still enjoy them, but I
I
don't like
love
them
them
much
just as
anymore.
much, but I can't enjoy them just as much, and it's sad.
Why?
I get I get really bad motion sickness now, like probably to
Uh,
the level of mom.
I don't. I mean, I get more than I used to, but it's still not close to being like bad at all. Like I'll get off and I'll be like, I just need to sit down for like 2 seconds. Okay, I'm good.
Even with the medication to
Hmm.
not get all
That
messed
really
up,
sucks. I
it's
mean, the
still
only
bad for
rides
me.
that really like would actually make me sick are like ones where it's like a screen and it just kind of shakes you around because
You
those
mean
are
like the
like the
Transformers
weirdest
one?
for you. Yeah, because those are the worst for like motion sickness, at least in my experience.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah.
If you could go on a trip anywhere in the world with anyone, where would you go and who would you take? And we only have one more question after this, and that one's super easy. This is the only one that's like a little bit more in depth. Ah, this is really tough.
I think this is kind of a weird answer. I think I would go to Alaska with
Really?
John.
Anywhere in the world, and you pick Alaska. I mean,
Anywhere in
ideally,
the world? Yeah. There's
yeah.
nowhere else outside of the US that I'm really dying to go. I mean, I want to visit Europe someday, but that's not like
There's some
at the
places in
top of my
Europe that I've been
list.
saying I want to go, but I think if I could go anywhere with anyone, I'd probably go on a
Oh, or
safari.
does that include like famous people?
You know what? It says anyone, so let's say yes. That makes a
Okay,
lot
because
more
I was just
interesting.
thinking of people we were
I
like
actually
we
wasn't. I
know.
wasn't thinking about the anyone. I was thinking about the anywhere. I think
Mhm.
because it doesn't say how long either, so I'm gonna say that we can decide how long. I'd want to go on
Forever.
like several months to at minimum like 2 months anywhere to maybe like almost a year. Probably not an entire year, but like 2 months to maybe like 8 months of
Well, if
a
you can be that long, then I would probably want to go to Europe actually.
only one. You can only go to like one place. Like you can't
Oh,
just
oh,
travel
oh.
all of
Oh, okay,
Europe.
okay, okay.
You'd have to at least
Then
pick a
still Alaska,
country.
still
Okay,
Alaska.
I was gonna say you'd have to pick a country, but you could go anywhere in that country. I'll give you.
Mhm.
I think I'd go probably Africa, and I'd go on a safari. I don't know what
With
country
who?
would be the best to do so. Uh,
Ethiopia. They never got Ethiopia.
let's
That's a Bill Wirtz reference.
let's say it's really tough. I'm torn between Bo Burnham and Donald Glover.
That is a tough decision. Like I like Bo Burnham more as an entertainer overall. But
Well,
like
see,
just in terms of
like
hanging out with someone, that's a tough decision.
yeah, because like Bo is a very different person in person, whereas I feel like Donald Glover is also a very different person in person, but I think he's a little less. I think
I
Bo Burnham's
wish
pretty introverted, so I don't
I
know.
wish it could be with like a group of people because I know who I would do now,
Who?
and I hope it doesn't sound creepy, but I would go with the band Driftless Pony Club to Alaska. But if it would had to be one person, it would be Wheezy Waiter. Although if I
Okay.
had the opportunity, I wouldn't like take him because like I wouldn't want him to leave his family
Yeah,
for
we're
a few
assuming that there's
months or
like no
whatever.
consequences. Like this isn't
Yes.
like a like we're not realistically planning this an itinerary or anything. But yeah, I think I might. I don't know because I think Bo Burnham's a person that like loves to learn and like so that'd be a really big experience for him too. But
Because Matt
like
Weber is also the guitarist of Driftless Pony Club, and I'll feel bad about not taking him too, because he's like just as cool as Wheezy Waiter. He's just not as famous.
huh.
But I would take Wheezy Waiter.
I think I might go with Donald Glover because you know what? There's a chance that he might let me do something with him. After spending 8 months together, maybe I could do a song with him, or a comedy special with him, or act in a TV series with him, or act in a movie with him. You know what I mean? There's a lot more
Yeah,
chances.
if
No,
I
but I feel
could,
like that'd be awesome.
if I could also like Driftless Pony Club would be my first choice, and then Gus and Eddie would also be fun to just take anywhere, because they're two like the funniest people I know of. Gus Johnson and Eddie Burback. They're YouTubers. They're good. Are you there?
Yeah. Sorry. Uh, but
Stop going
yeah,
on your phone.
you can't see me. You don't know what I'm doing.
That's definitely why you were.
Actually, I was picking up a transformer,
What a loser.
so you're close, but not quite. So yeah, then the last question, which I think that's a good one. So I really like that. I really want to go on a safari. I want to go on that with Donald Glover now.
We went to
I should hit him up.
Animal King or no, that wasn't Animal Kingdom. That was somewhere in California, right? That we did the safari and or was that
San Diego Zoo was where we did like the safari type thing, but we did
we
go to
fed
Animal Kingdom a
giraffes.
long time ago, and there were like giraffes and animals outside our window.
I don't remember that one though.
Oh, really?
I've been
I
told about it, so
barely,
I
you know what, that
remember
makes sense because
I
I
was too young.
barely remember it. I remember it, but extremely vaguely, so that makes sense that you couldn't
I
remember that.
remember feeding rhinos.
Yeah, no, San
I remember
Diego.
s- I remember staying for a boat on a week.
San
That was
Diego
fun.
is another place I'd love to go. Like again, we've been there, but like I'd love to go to San Diego Comic Con as like part of a trip to San Diego too. Though
Yeah.
I'd probably only want to go once because that's like an insane convention. So, but it'd be cool. Last question is hotel or tent?
Um for me definitely hotel, not no doubt.
Yeah, same. It's just so much nicer. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not someone who's like, oh, I will only stay indoors. Like, I will still love a camping trip, but
Camping is
like,
fun. See, another thing that I'm very firm about is that if I'm camping, like I like tents and stuff, that's fun. I always like hotels more, but if it's a cabin, I want it to be a cabin that is basically a
a
hotel room.
hotel.
I
Yeah,
don't want it to be
a crappy
like
cabin. Yeah,
yes, because then I'd rather just stay in a tent.
exactly. No, I totally agree. But like, yeah, I don't know what it is about hotels, but hotels feel so much like I don't know. Hotels are
Even
exciting. Is it
literally
just
like
me?
except like the very crappiest motels like Motel 6 and stuff like that.
Yeah, like when they're
Uh
really bad, but I still get a
then
little bit. But like
Then
just
there's no,
normal hotels to
they're still fun, and I'd still prefer it. But like
yeah,
anything above that, it always feels fancy.
yeah, and it's
Like
like
it could be like the smallest room ever. Like when I went to New York City with Dad, it was a really small room, but it was still like I just love hotels, and like you get so much service and stuff, and
mhm.
like it's literally amazing. It's like the fanciest apartment.
I know it's so great. It literally like I don't know. It just feels even though it's like the same experience every time, it feels so new and cool. And I don't know what it is, but I love hotels,
Also,
especially like by
we've
myself.
we've had the amazing experience of going to resorts too, and those are
Yeah,
absolutely phenomenal.
but in all fairness, that is a little different than a hotel, and
Oh
that
no,
is
those are
that
different
is to
than
the
hotels.
extreme. I could stay in a
Resorts
resort for
are amazing.
vacation and not go anywhere. The resorts are
Yes.
amazing, and that's just because we're lucky to be brought up in a family that has access to a lot of the resorts and stuff. So we've gotten that a lot more than most people would. And oh
Mhm.
my God, it
I
is
want to go to the resort in New York City. I want to go so badly.
There's one in New York City.
Yes.
I didn't know that, and
Do you know
now I
how
would also
freaking
really,
amazing that would be?
I would really love that vacation now. Okay, I'm down. I'm down for that.
All right, let's go tomorrow.
Okay, I'm ready. But yeah, so I like again, I love camping because there are some people who are like, I will only stay in a hotel room, like I will never go camping, like outdoors, yuck. Like no, I still would love to go camping, but there's still
I
like
never
no comparison to
I never want to go
hotel.
camping long term either. Like I don't even want to
Hmm.
go for like a week.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
feel
only want to
like
go a
day
couple
or two
days.
day, maybe 3 days. Like once it gets to a week, there's nothing wrong with it. I feel like if you're going to a very different place or like you're doing something special, you know what I mean, like going on a hiking
I
trip to
still
a
wouldn't. I
location.
don't. I
I feel like
still
that
wouldn't
would
do it.
justify it better. But like when you're just going to a park that's like near you and camp, or like or like just a campground,
Yeah.
like that kind of stuff for like a week, and you're not doing anything you wouldn't do on a normal camping trip, it's like, well, why at this point?
hmm
But
I understand like people who like to camp for longer and like or like actually camp in the woods and stuff like that and
mhm,
camping for longer because that's like cool stuff. But like I just never want to do it. I like camping, but only brief periods.
I would love to try like survival stuff sometime.
I kind of would, but also I'm not an outdoors person at all. I've come to realize that. Like I still don't hate the outdoors. Like I'm not like an anti-outdoors person, but being inside, I just love so much more. So much more.
I have an adjustment period. Like so,
hmm
once I am adjusted, which doesn't take me too long, then I'm totally outdoors.
I would
But
still, I would still do a survival thing. Like that would definitely still be fun, and I would love to do that. But
all right, in 10 years, we're
just
gonna
don't,
go on a
and
survival trip.
that sounds good. I just don't enjoy being outside,
Actually, I take
very
that back.
much at
In
all.
10 years and a couple months, we're gonna go on a survival trip.
Yeah, definitely not.
I don't want to
Yeah,
go in
it's definitely
February.
fun. Why 10 years?
I,
Let's do it in like 6 or 8.
okay, that's fine. I just meant like basically once you're out of school, which I know
But
isn't
yeah,
10 years, but like still, I was just like in that. So yeah.
actually, let's go tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. Wait, I
Like
thought we were going to I thought we were going to the
we'll go to the
resort for New York
resort for
tomorrow.
half the day, and then we'll go survive in the woods for half a day.
No, we should survive for the first half of the day, and then the
No, you know
resort's
what
a
we'll do?
reward.
We'll survive at the resort.
Oh, you know what? That's a good combo. I like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think that'll be harder,
Yeah,
honestly.
no, I
Surviving
totally
in the
agree.
woods.
It's hard to survive in a resort.
hmm
Also,
Be
just
fun,
one
right?
last thing before we move on to our actual topic. Staying in a hotel by yourself is also a pretty different experience because I know you haven't had that. Uh, I've only had that. I've had that several times now, many times now, but only recently because of my experiment and that kind of stuff where I have to. That's like, I wouldn't say it's
Sometimes
more fun, but it is very different.
the band trip we stay like with our friends in a hotel room, and I'm not saying that's like the same thing as being alone,
Hmm.
but it is also very different from being like with your
Oh
family,
yeah, no,
and
I
it's
totally agree.
incredibly fun. It's still we're on a strict schedule, so there's not like much freedom. Although like the one trip we did, we had to come back early from something, so we had more free time at the hotel, and that was actually really fun.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, staying with friends in a hotel is
It's
so
even
much
more
fun.
fun when you don't have a schedule because I had that because of a
Yes.
convention, like that kind of stuff. I mean, at my first convention, obviously, I was with Dad, but like TFCon, that kind of stuff. Like I was rooming with the RFC guys, and then this coming year, I'm potentially in the summer going to Toronto, maybe for the next TFCon, and possibly rooming with Sarah. We might be doing a trip together,
I
so
want to go to
that'll
New
be
York
fun.
City.
You should do that.
I think I'll do it
Tomorrow. Let's
tomorrow.
go. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go. All right, but anyways, so this has to do with our challenge for the upcoming week, but we won't say that till after. Uh, our
Ooh.
topic is liquids, specifically
Ooh.
beverages, not just any liquids. Don't.
Ooh.
Yeah, but so what would you say is your favorite thing to drink ever? I know your answer is very easy, and I just realized that after asking it.
It's not actually. That's
Really?
people think it's really easy for me to answer, but it's not.
Well, I guess
Um,
there's a big difference between favorite and like
yes.
the thing you drink
The
all the
drink that
time.
I drink the most is Diet Mountain Dew. I drink it every day. Um, for the caffeine, and I don't love it. I mean, I like it a lot, but it's mainly just a beverage that I can tolerate drinking every day that has caffeine in it, and I like coffee too. Um, my favorite thing to drink is probably milk, though.
Really?
hmm
Okay.
I love.
Milk is definitely. Milk is definitely my favorite, but like that's easy for anyone that knows me too. But the runner-up would probably be milkshakes, I think, because
Yeah.
that's like a different. That's almost like a cheating beverage. You know what I mean? Because like
Yeah,
it
that's
is,
basically ice cream.
it's
It's like
cheating. Yeah,
drinking
no,
ice. It
but
is
that's why
ice cream. It's drinking ice cream.
milkshake is one of my favorite like things because it's like you take the best of all things you consume and put it into one.
I don't like milkshakes that much. I
Really,
don't.
I think it's the most superior thing ever because it's
I
like
can't enjoy it as much as just like eating ice cream.
really,
It
I
feels
don't
like it's
enjoy it.
less pure,
That
which is
totally depends on
weird.
how you make it.
No, I'm
I
not.
make yeah,
I don't mean like in terms of flavor and stuff. Like it just feels like
really.
I don't know. It's hard to explain.
That's
I don't really
that's
like
really
milkshakes that much.
interesting, huh?
I like it with coffee Oreo ice cream though, because that's good.
So okay, do you want to? Okay, first let's rank milks. What's your favorite? How do you like milk? Because you said that's your favorite drink. That's also mine. So let's go skim, 2% whole, and chocolate milk, and strawberry milk, just cause.
Well, strawberry milk's last for me. I don't like strawberry milk. Um, so that's five options, including strawberry. First, I think first is just plain 2%, and then second is chocolate milk, then probably whole milk, then skim milk, then strawberry milk. It's weird because whole milk and skim milk are so different, but they're like tied for how much I like them because
That's
I don't know, I might
interesting.
like skim milk more. Whole milk is just like so
Really?
intensely fatty. I mean,
So
I like it, but
yeah.
I couldn't drink it all the time.
Oh, I couldn't drink
Skim
it
milk
all
is
the
good.
time, but they're still like So like going by like what I like, I'm gonna put 2% is I think the best milk.
Yeah.
Then I would put probably then whole actually. And again, this isn't in terms of like how frequent I'll drink it because that's a
Yeah.
totally different list. In fact, it's almost upside down. So 2% whole. Then I'll put chocolate strawberry skim. And it's funny because skim is, well, for the majority of my life is the milk I've drank the most. And I still love skim. So like all of these are clearly high. But like,
I'm just glad you didn't put strawberry above chocolate. I would have had to end the podcast here.
I really, so like sometimes I like strawberry better. But that's like when I'm in the mood for strawberry milk.
I hate strawberry milk. It's
I
like my
don't
least
really
favorite
like it.
thing.
Do you like it? Okay, do you like vanilla milk more or less than strawberry?
More, but I still don't really like vanilla.
Really? Okay. Vanilla milk is the only one that I'm like that's not really good all the time. Like I still like it and will drink it, but compared to the it's all
I
the other
think my
milks on a
opinion of
different
it, I
level.
think my opinion of vanilla milk is like the same as yours. I just hate strawberry milk.
Huh, that's very interesting. But yeah, so there's our milk ranked. You probably
Uh,
didn't know you wanted to know that, but you
Now
did, and now
ready?
you know.
Rank chocolate milk. Uh, Nesquik, Hershey syrup. Have you ever had it made with like cocoa and sugar?
Yeah, but that's complicated because that totally depends on the ratio. But yes, and
Do you
let's
have any
go with
others?
there's another brand I love. I forget the name of it. You probably haven't had
Cold
it.
hot chocolate.
No, I'm talking about like,
Oh, there's True Moo. Have you had that?
yeah, I'm talking about this kind somewhat new. I think it's actually a bit healthier for you, and it has like a cow. I mean,
It's
obviously
called like
that's a
Skinny
dumb thing to
Cow or
put.
something.
I don't think it's called skinny cow. It's like brown and white, and it's very minimalist. And
I don't know. I don't think I've
it's
seen
I
it.
don't think you've had it, but it's really good. It's a kind that Johnny's gave me
I think
without
we
any
should
sugar.
rank Hershey's syrup, Nesquik powder,
Yeah.
um, cocoa and sugar, and like True Moo,
Oh, can
and Gallagher's.
sure. Can maybe we should. I guess that covers like because I'm thinking like, what about generic milk in like the gas station? But you know,
That's
if we I was
Gallagher's.
gonna say if we have
We
Gallagher's and
always
True
get
Milk.
Gallagher's over there.
Um, what about YooHoo? It's not milk, but you know what I mean. It's a chocolate beverage. It's the only other thing that you could include. Do you wanna? Do you wanna?
It's so complicated though, because I love YooHoo like the most out of those, but it tastes the worst.
That's what? That's so weird. I would never.
YooHoo isn't that good of a drink, but I love it so much.
Yeah, no,
It's
I
so
okay,
weird
yeah.
and not that good, but like I love it so much. And I only have it pretty much like once a year at Mardi Gras.
Oh,
because they
I
have
know.
it at the
Yeah, because
Ross
they have it at the
Community
Ross Park.
Center.
Yeah, the
I
yeah.
I had one this year, and then I put another dollar in, and they were out.
That's
I was so
terrible.
mad, and I couldn't get a refund. There's a refund button, but it didn't give me, so I got a freaking Diet Pepsi.
But yeah, okay. So let's rank them. Nesquik's. I think Nesquik's first for me.
Hmm.
Uh, then there's True Moo, Gallagher's. Let's put True Moo next. Then Gallagher's. Maybe those two are probably interchangeable for me. Um,
Yeah,
then I'll put Hershey syrup, then cocoa and sugar. Though if you use the right, because it's all about like the ratio. If you use the right ratio, if you find the perfect ratio, that could be number one. But at the same time,
I don't think it's ever number one for
it could
me.
be much higher. But the thing is, like, you're never gonna have the truly perfect ratio because it's just like playing trombone. Like, it is possible to play perfectly in tune every single note, unlike any other instrument. It is the only instrument where it's physically possible it can play every single note in tune. But because it's possible, that means there's an infinite possibility you aren't going to play it right either. So like, it's that type of thing where it's like you could, but you aren't.
My ranking, Nesquik is definitely first. Then I think Trumu, then Gallagher's, and I think that's the actual order for me. I don't think they're interchangeable. I don't know. Gallagher's has more like nostalgia value to me because I always get them at gas stations on like road trips and stuff, and it's so much fun. And like, they're really good. I
I
don't
do
know.
I do really like that because I don't know if I would say it nostalgic because it's something I still enjoy doing.
Well, yeah,
Like
same same
I know
with
what you
me.
mean though. But like it's still like I'm on a road trip and this is reminding me of that.
Yeah, it's like I'm on a road trip. I gotta get Gallagher's milk
Hmm.
and probably combos.
Yep.
I think combos make me think more of road trips than band, even though we have them at like every game.
That's
It's
interesting.
combos still don't make me. Well, I think it's also because I never other outside of band I never eat regular cheese combos ever.
That's
That's never the
usually what
kind I
I
pick.
get. Sometimes I'll get the cracker, but oftentimes I'll get the pretzel and
I
cheese.
never I never get cracker and I never get pretzel with plain cheese. I always get like some sort of pizza one
I
or the
still like the
buffalo
pizza ones,
ones.
but I never ever
Oh,
choose
I
the
love
pizza
them
ones.
so
I
much more.
always choose cheese, whether it be pretzel or cracker. But yeah, I used to get like over 5 bags of combos at a game. So
Yeah. Um so number 1 is Nesquik. I don't know. I think that's such a difficult decision. I think True Moo tastes better.
yeah,
So I'll put True Moo at number 2 and then Gallagher's.
okay,
And then I think then cocoa and sugar and then Hershey's.
really,
Um Hershey's I think half of that is because how often I have Hershey's and not like that I have chocolate milk all the time, but like whenever I do, it's always that unless we have Nesquik, which isn't very often. So
okay,
I mean, like I want to say I'm tired of it because I still immensely enjoy it. Chocolate milk is still amazing. It's still my number 2 milk. So
okay.
even when it's a number 5, it's still a number 2 in milk.
This is
But
true.
um, yeah, I think it's just because I've had it so many times, and that doesn't make it any worse, and it still has a good flavor. But it's like I don't know.
It's like the most. I don't actually drink it the most common out of them. In fact, it's one of the least common I drink because I just never really want it as much. It's like would I rather have Hershey's chocolate milk or regular milk? It's almost always regular milk.
Hmm.
Just because I don't dislike it. It's just like I'm never in the mood for it. But if someone makes it, then I'll be like, okay, yeah, and I'll drink it. It's never as like because I'll never usually really want it. But whenever I have it, I'm like, this is actually better than I, usually think it is, and I like it. But
Hmm.
all right, now let's move on to juice.
I don't drink like any juice. Well,
Okay, but what kind of juices do you like? I know you don't drink a
well,
lot regularly, and I don't.
I
I wouldn't say I
drink
drink them regularly either. But
I drink cans of V8 Energy, which are like
wait,
there's
wait, 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 wait,
flavors.
wait. V8 Fusion Energy or V8
Yes, yes.
Energy? Okay, I was gonna
V8
say
Fusion
because there is a
Energy.
difference, and one is
Is
disgusting.
there a regular
Yes,
V8
there
Energy?
is. They're
Huh.
disgusting. I love V8. V8
You
Energy.
like regular V8 but not V8 Energy?
V8 Ener I'm talking about regular V8 Energy, the kind you have not had.
Yes, but do you like regular
I
V8?
love regular V8.
I didn't know it tasted that different.
It is very different. It tastes
You
like
you
they took it and made it chemically.
cannot taste it in the V8 Fusion at all, which makes sense because like it's strong fruit, sweet
Yeah, and it's
juice
sweet, that
flavors.
kind of stuff.
So those are juices, and then it's mixed with a bunch of vegetable juices and stuff, and those are really good, and I love those. But oh, I love grape juice.
It
Grape juice
also
is my
might be,
favorite.
yeah, okay. It also might be
What?
more obvious to me because I drink V8 so often.
Yeah.
So if you don't drink V8 all the time,
Mm.
there's a chance you might not notice it with the energy. But uh,
White grape juice is my favorite juice, and then grape juice is my second. Like regular grape juice is still my second favorite because I still
apple
like that more.
orange.
Um,
Or are you talking sparkling or regular?
both.
Okay.
Because I mean, sparkling is so much fun, but I pretty much only have sparkling grape juice on New Year's
I
Eve.
don't think I've ever had regular, like not sparkling white grape juice
I
in
think you.
like forever.
Oh, you've had it though before.
I've
It's so
definitely had
good.
it, but
I
not in
love it
like
so much.
a
It's so
long
good.
time.
I think you can taste the difference more when it's not sparkling, um, and it's really good. But I think I like apple. I don't know.
Do you like orange juice?
I do. I don't
Okay.
drink it super often, but I do like it. I don't know if I like apple or orange more.
Oh,
Cause
really? Okay, that's
I like don't drink apple juice anymore,
you know what?
and
That's
I'm not sure if it's because I don't like it as much or if it's just because I just don't drink it anymore.
I like apple juice more than orange juice, but I think I will drink orange juice anytime it's available to me. Whereas, just because it's obvious, it's the more healthy out of the two,
I
obviously.
I
But
only drink orange juice with ice in it.
I have never drank orange juice with ice in it, so that's interesting.
It's good.
I get apple juice every time I go to Olive Garden, basically. Other than that, like plains. So, like, I love apple juice when I have it, but it's usually specific occasions. Very rarely will I get it elsewhere. Uh,
I'd say I like orange juice more than apple juice, I think.
mhm. Orange juice, I'll constantly like. Orange juice is much easier for me to have at any time, and I will drink it. Though I think I like apple more. Grape's a complicated one. I
How
really
much
like it, but I never have it. I
or
never
I don't
have it.
have it that often, but I love grape juice.
I think I might put it behind. It's either tied with or behind orange. I think for me, with apple
Yeah.
leading. V8. So if that counts, V8 beats them for me, and
Whoa.
not the fruit V8.
I don't I just Googled juice because I was looking for like weird varieties of juice, but I just Googled the word juice, and the first thing that came up is a rated R movie from 1992 called Juice. And you know who the first cast member is in it?
Who?
Tupac.
Oh wow.
As I
It's coming on
All right.
TV soon. If
What?
you want to watch Juice, it's. I'm not even kidding. I literally Googled it, and it says on TV soon. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday, February 25th at 6:25 p.m. on TMC East.
What is this
Monday.
movie?
So yeah, and then also Thursday, the 28th of February on 12:30 p.m. on TMC East.
Ew, what the heck? Watermelon mint juice.
Oh gosh, that sounds disgusting. That also sounds a little bit familiar. Um, but yeah, if we're counting vegetable juice, V8 wins for me
Hmm.
only because I drink that regularly. I had to force myself to like that though.
If you drink it regularly, though, like you'll learn to. Because I've done it. Like over like a week, I started to drink it regularly, and then I haven't drank it regularly for a long time. But like I got used to it, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, like
But
once you
then I
have to
stopped.
adjust to it because it's not like this is not something I would normally drink. Like this is
The first time I tried it, which I mean, like before, I mean, I think I tried it when I was really young, but like
yeah.
obviously you're not gonna like it then. Like the first time I tried it, like a couple years ago, I like spit it out and was like, "That's cold tomato soup. Stop it."
Yeah, I know.
Which is what it is, but you get used to it.
It does have a slightly different taste,
Yeah, it's not
but
exactly
it
the
is
same. But
yeah, that is
if you
obviously the
drink it without
closest.
comparing it, like you'll be like, "Oh, that just tastes like tomato soup." At
Yeah.
least I did.
Also, the fruit V8, I'd put that last for me. I like regular
Hmm.
fruit juice far more than I like fruit. I don't dislike it, but like the
I
fruit V8, I used to like that far
well,
more than I would like vegetables. Regular V8, anything.
I yeah,
It's bottom for me now.
I like grape juice first, and then I'd say the V8 Energy, but that's also partially because it has caffeine in it.
Yeah. See, you're a caffeine person. I am not whatsoever. So
I am very much a caffeine person. I can
That's
tolerate lots of weird tasting beverages that have caffeine in them.
see, I will. I can try lots of weird tasting beverages just to try them, but caffeine, if anything, will dissuade me from wanting them.
The only caffeine beverage that I tried that was like too weird for me to drink. Well, I drank it anyway because I paid for it and it was expensive and I didn't want to throw it away. But the only one that was like too weird that I like, it was
You
disgusting.
didn't think it was worth it? Was
Yeah, Monster coffee.
what? That exists?
Yes. I They have like several varieties of like iced coffee Monster. Like they make coffee, but it has like the taurine energy blend in it. I tried one because I was like, it can't be that bad if they're like if they have this many out on a shelf. Like they must be
Hmm.
selling somewhat well if they're taking up their shelf space with these. It was the worst thing I remember drinking. I drank all of it because it was like three and a half. It was like $4 for one bottle,
Wow.
something like that. And I was like, I took one sip and I was like, this is disgusting, but I can't waste it. And I
Yeah.
bought this. I don't want to waste it. So I drank it. It was so disgusting though. Like I've tried the Sheets coffee where you can add like the taurine energy blend,
Mm.
and that was weird. That didn't taste good, but it wasn't as bad as the Monsters coffee. Like I was just like, oh, this tastes kind of weird. I'm gonna drink it, but I'll probably never get it again. But
Hmm.
like I tolerated it, and it was fine. Like it wasn't bad. But the Monster coffee was the worst thing ever. Listen,
So,
people, I know Monster's gross. Regular Monster is like terrible. I'd never want to drink it. I've only drank it a couple times. It burns your throat and it's terrible. Diet Monster is literally so good. It's like just intense Kool-Aid. Like it honestly does not share like any of the same qualities as regular Monster, and like it doesn't taste weird or anything either. It's intensely sweet and flavorful, but it's good.
okay, I'm putting you on the spot. Kool-Aid, Capri Sun, and Huggies. Rank them.
Capri Sun at the top, I think. Yeah, Capri Sun, then Huggies, then Kool-Aid.
I'm Capri Sun, then Kool-Aid, then Huggies. I don't like Huggies nearly as much as everyone else does. I think
Oh, I
everyone likes
like
them for
Huggies.
nostalgic value.
Yeah, that's half of why I like
I
it.
haven't. I never really had them that much because I
They
was always
burn your
eating
throat.
yogurt. Yeah, they burn your throat. That's why I don't like them.
It's because they have so much sugar in
I
them.
don't
That's
have
literally why.
nostalgia
They
for
don't have
that.
anything. They don't have anything bad in them. But like, if you drink them faster than like one sip at a time, like now, like as an adult or like as a older person, like it doesn't phase you. Like it's not crazy or anything. But as a kid, like if you drank
Uh
it
huh.
fast, you'd be like,
Wait, Jesse, have you had an oral glucose tolerance test?
no.
Oh, dang, then I've had a drink you've never had. Mama's has it.
Oh, is that the orange
Yeah,
stuff that you
well,
drink?
I've had several variations of it now because I've had it from different sources. That is one of them. They also give the option of like a lemon lime, so basically like a Sprite version of it, but
Yeah,
this is the most you can literally feel the sugar. Like imagine Huggies but like
yeah.
squared, probably a little more than squared actually. I'm not even exaggerating because they like prepare you. They're like you haven't eaten in a long time. You've been fasting and this is still going to be disgusting. So just be prepared. Uh, that's a super gross drink, and you only get it whenever like diabetics will get it whenever they do an oral glucose tolerance test, or
If
if
they
you're
do.
pregnant. Yeah, if you. I was gonna say, well, like not all of them have to. I have to all the time. Actually, I've had so many. Uh, but also, if you're pregnant, they'll do one usually whenever you're pregnant.
Mm.
So for each pregnancy, you may get
You
that
know
drink
something?
once.
Something that I just thought of.
Hmm.
For me, at least, I think drinking coffee is like almost the same, or at least it started out the same as like V8. Because I didn't like coffee really that much at
Yeah, but I don't want
first.
to force myself to like coffee
Oh
because I don't
yeah,
want a
yeah, yeah.
caffeine
I know, I
addiction.
know, I know. I'm not saying like you should, but I'm
Yeah,
saying like
no.
at first I didn't really like it, but I really liked the energy boost that it gave me, which it doesn't give me now. But like I would drink it, and like I never absolutely hated it, but it was hard to like
I love the
drink
smell of it.
casually.
I
It's
hate
hard to
coffee,
drink
but I love the
casually.
smell
I
of it.
have to like, I mean, not anymore, but like I would have to drink it all at once. Like I couldn't
Hmm.
just like sip on it because it's too strong of a flavor. Now I just like coffee, and I think if I hadn't tried coffee before and I tried it like for the first time now or like very recently, I would still like it, but
Hmm.
like I wouldn't have liked it as early as I did if I didn't start drinking it like semi regularly.
So you like coffee? You like pretty much all coffee, don't you? I hate all coffee.
I don't understand I like people who can't drink black coffee and like have to have cream and or sugar in it. Like I can understand having a preference, but like some people are like I can't drink black coffee. But I'm like it's so I don't think the sugar unless you put in a lot or like especially cream too. I don't think it really changes the intensity of the bitterness that much. I don't know. I don't think it does. But I mean that's why I drink black coffee because I'm like I don't taste that much of a difference between like sugar and coffee and not sugar and
So
coffee.
we're gonna move on to soda or pop, depending on where you live. But before that, protein drinks. How do you feel about protein drinks?
I haven't had one in a while. They're weird, but they're good. Like they're like for their purpose, they're fine, and they don't taste like as weird as weird energy drink things.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think they're fine for their purpose.
First time I had muscle milk like years ago, I could not believe. I think it's because I probably had this in my mind. I was like, "Oh, it's gonna taste like chocolate milk," and oh my god, if you don't have the expectation of what it's going to taste like, it isn't that bad. I still wouldn't ever say it's good.
That's
I'm
the same
much more
thing
used
with
to it now.
most protein bars that aren't like natural, like or
Yep.
semi-natural, like nut bars and stuff.
Yeah, I totally
Like
agree.
even like if you get like a cookie dough protein bar, it'll be good, and you might even eat a whole one and be like, "Oh, that was really good and didn't really taste weird at all." But if you eat like more than one ever, like not even in a row, but like in close proximity, you'll be like, "What? What? This tastes so weird."
Uh
And
huh.
they do. But again, I think for their purpose, they're fine. But I can't eat protein bars regularly. They get too weird, and then that, like the weird flavor is like all I taste. Because I used to eat them like well, at one point I like ate them almost every day, like for lunch.
Uh huh.
And it wasn't. I started being like, I can't eat this. This is so weird and
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. It just gets to the point. Muscle milk, I'm now used to. It's more like I
Yeah,
kind of like the chocolate
pro-
milk ones now, but it's
protein
still
shakes. I think is they're way better than protein bars.
totally
They're
agree.
still weird, but they're so much better.
But again, you need to. The key to those is not having expectations as to that they're going to taste like what you think the flavor is, and let yourself get used to them, and you'll be fine.
Oh, soda and pop. Well,
Yeah.
I people ask me which I say, and I literally say both.
So do I. I think I say soda more now, but
I
that's
think I
based
do
on my
too.
That's see,
But
the only
yes,
reason
I
I have is because of my location. I
see.
used to
That's
say them about the same.
mhm.
Now I live somewhere where pop gets you strange looks, so
I
I
think
say soda more often.
I think I still say them pretty much equally, but I probably say soda a little bit more just because, like, I mean, pop is still a very widely used term around Pittsburgh, obviously,
Hmm.
but like, still occasionally people will be like, "Pop? You don't you mean soda?" And like, no one doesn't know what it means, but
Yeah,
like sometimes, and like, I don't do it because like I don't want to get made fun of like anything like that because it's not like that. It's just like sometimes it's just simpler to say soda, but I honestly don't even say the word that much. Like I drink tons of pop. I guess I say pop more, actually. I don't know. I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know. I
I
don't know which I
definitely say
refer to.
soda
I
more now.
definitely say both. I'd say
Yeah,
both, but I don't refer to soda or pop a lot like
since I
in
was younger.
general.
Yeah, but what's your so out of the different kinds, out of the many different kinds, I can name like because I mean not counting like fruit punches. We're talking about soda, so carbonated.
Mhm.
Um, I I would not say that I definitely do not love any of them. If anything, I borderline like orange soda, but really I like the flavor and I like it flatter. I like orange, like vanilla orange is like the best combo. Cream's like ooh, but again, I like that flavor, and so I think it's just like I don't know if I'd say I tolerate it because I even when it's
So
available to me, I
excited.
don't
I'm
choose it
so
all the time.
excited for your 21st birthday. I want to see you try like a full drink of alcohol.
No,
So
I
it's
hate
gonna be so
carbonation
funny.
so
It's
much.
gonna be so funny.
But like orange soda is like would be definitely my top. Then maybe cream soda and root beer. Those are like the only three that I can even tolerate. Nothing
Mhm.
else. I won't drink anything else. If it's
Okay.
flat, there's a chance I'll drink it, which I know is gross to most people. But carbonation, I guess, is something you get used to as a kid, and I never did because I just drank milk, and so it like
It's just
literally
not that bad.
it hurts my mouth.
You're a wimp.
It hurts my mouth, and I don't like it. It's not a pleasant sensation. It bothers me. So I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna drink that. I get it's very funny to watch me drink carbonated stuff because I
It's so
visibly
funny.
it disgusts me. I'm just like I do
I
not.
I
It's
want to
so
see you
unpleasant.
drink an alcoholic beverage. Oh my gosh, you're gonna die. Like you, I don't think you'll physically be able to finish like any like even a beer.
I don't
Oh my
want to.
gosh, it's gonna be so funny. Anyway, so for my sodas, we're gonna talk about this for an hour. No, but almost any type of Diet Mountain Dew or Mountain Dew. Because all right, I'll talk about sodas as if I don't only drink diet because I still am very familiar with all the flavors of Mountain Dew and have opinions of soda, even if they don't have diet versions.
Hmm.
But now I only drink diet sodas. So like I don't drink all the varieties of Mountain Dew anymore, but I still have opinions on them, on all of them. Oh, I don't remember if I told you this. The best thing like in my life ever happened. A Taco Bell has Diet Baja Blast
Wait,
now.
I didn't know they had diet.
It didn't. They didn't for a long time. It just happened like I mean I don't know because it happened like the last time I went to Taco Bell and I hadn't been in probably a month or so. But like it happened semi recently. I don't know about like when they actually released it, but like in terms of like the Taco Bell here, it was on McKnight. I don't know if I've checked the Westview one, although I think they have it
I would
too. No,
assume
the
they would
Westview
have
one
it
does
though.
have it
They're
too.
the
Yes,
far nicer one.
they do have it too. Uh, the Westview one, the Westview one's not the nicer one. The McKnight one is.
No, it's not. The Westview one is new. The McKnight one is old.
The Westview one is not nice.
It's the
The
brand
Westview,
new one.
dude, the Westview one literally sucks.
It's the
It's
brand new one.
it's garbage, dude.
What are you
Like
talking
it'll
about?
take like 20 minutes to serve your order like every time. That's not
Really?
an exaggeration. Like 15 to 20 minutes is like an average wait.
I've only gone inside of that one like maybe twice.
Yeah,
I've gone through the drive-through many times after work.
the building isn't bad, but they're garbage. Like the
The
place is
building's
gar-
super nice.
the building is fine
It
now.
was before. The McKnight one's garbage. It's like an average Taco Bell, which is, crap. Which is, what you
Eh,
expect. It's not.
whatever. Anyway,
This is weird.
they have Diet Baja Blast, and that was the best thing to ever happen to me.
I
If
do like the
you
flavor of Baja
if
Blast, and I'll
anyone
dilute it with Powerade so I
if
can drink it.
anyone doesn't think that Baja Blast is the best Mountain Dew variety, you're literally an idiot. Like you're absolutely stupid.
I would try. I've had Code Red, which I liked, but
They
again,
have
I
Diet
don't.
Code Red too, so I drink that a lot because
But
they have
I
that
need
in school.
something to dilute it. That's the thing. Is like with Baja Blast, I could dilute it with Powerade, and it'll still have a similar taste, but it'll be not nearly as fizzy, and then I can drink it, and I like it because I like that flavor. I like the flavor of several, but I'd still say less than the majority of soda.
So,
But I need no
so
carbonation.
Baja Blast is the best. Then regular Mountain Dew because I think people underappreciate regular Mountain Dew. Regular Mountain
I
Dew,
think they overappreciate it. I think Mountain Dew's overrated, but
but regular I'm saying in terms of like Mountain Dew flavors
okay, okay.
specifically. Mountain Dew, regular Mountain Dew is the second best Mountain Dew.
What are the other ones? Code
No, I
Red.
think
There's the orange one, but I
Code
forget
Red
what
is
that's called.
Code Red is probably third. I don't like orange flavor very much at all, so I don't like the orange one.
Have you had it?
Yes. The
Okay.
Midnight one is not very good. That was
I
like
don't
a
think I've.
cherry one.
Oh, really? I would try that because I
It
like
was it
cherry.
was better than I think it was better than orange because I don't like orange very much, but I still don't love it. Um, they had like a weird red, white, and blue one for like 4th of July. I
I
don't even
remember
remember
that.
what
I
that
don't
was
even think I
flavored.
tried
That
it.
was like a mix of I think a couple flavors. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the names of all the Mountain Dew flavors, but like if you give me the colors, I can rate them. But like honestly, like they're all kind of just average once you get past Code Red.
Hmm.
Like they're all just like okay, this kind of tastes like this flavor, and it's all right. Like I don't love any of them. They're fine. Baja Blast is the best beverage to ever exist, though.
Not best beverage, but
I don't like. I like it
it's
more. I'd rather have a Diet Baja Blast than a milkshake. And
no.
to
Oh,
any,
I wasn't
so
even saying milkshake. I was saying milk, but
to anyone, well, okay, milk is still my favorite drink of all
yeah,
time, I
I
guess.
would still take a milkshake over
But
Baja Blast. But I do really like Baja Blast. But
but to anyone listening, like I don't say like I'd have a Diet Baja Blast over anything because I like diet more than regular. But like, I mean, I'm not incapable of drinking regular pop, but it's really not good for me. And also, this is very true, but no one believes you. People always, if they don't know I'm diabetic, or even if they do, they're like, "Oh, dude, diet pop is disgusting." It is when you've only drank regular pop your whole life. Because I thought that at first too. I didn't hate it, but I was like, "This is too weird." You get used to it just as much as like anything else you get used to, and also it is insanely healthier to your diet if you drink any remote amount of soda. Like it has so much sugar in it. Like people are like, "Oh, the artificial sweeteners could hurt you," and I'm like, "Not as much as all the sugar that you drink in regular pop is hurting you. Trust me."
Yeah, people are afraid of the unknown, and
I
they
know
don't understand the
people are
artificial
like, "Oh, I
sweeteners.
think I heard that that causes cancer," and I'm like,
Yeah,
"Really?
so does
Are you sure
coffee,
about that?"
according to
Yeah.
some. So you know, it's like I don't know
Also,
what you want.
vaccines cause autism, so
Yeah, yeah, basically it's the same line. Now, granted, one is far worse than the other. I would much
yes.
rather you believe that that diet soda will give you cancer and not drink diet soda than not vaccinate your children. You know, one is bad for the population. One is just like why.
It's
So
just like dumb LOL.
yeah,
Yeah, and it even now, like when drink Diet Mountain Dew, like I can still taste that it's sweeter than regular Mountain Dew, and it's not the same flavor of sweetness, but it's not an immense difference. All diet pops are sweeter than regular pops. Diet root beer is one of the best diet pops though, because like root beer has such a good flavor that like you don't really notice the sweetener as much. Not that you notice it that much in any of them after a while, but
a lot of people don't even think that. A lot of people still think that there's sugar in diet pop.
yeah,
They just think that there's like
less.
less and that there's artificial sweeteners added in. It's like
Mhm.
no, there is zero sugar in it. That's
But
why
yeah.
diabetics drink it.
Um, but honestly,
Sorry.
diet sodas aren't as bad as people think. I mean they are weird, but if you drink them regularly, it's such a better habit to have than drinking regular soda. Unless it comes out that artificial sweeteners really are that bad, which they're not. I mean, they could have some negative effects, but like we've been using them for so long, if there was any like definite likely terrible thing to happen to you, we would know for sure by now.
Uh huh. So there's your little lesson because if you aren't diabetic, chances are you haven't delved into it as much as you
Yes. But
think.
honestly, like you really should drink Diet Pop. They have Diet Pop of most pops other than like
If you drink it
varieties of it.
regularly, if you
Yes.
only
If you
have it
don't
every once in a
drink it
while as a treat,
regularly,
then yeah,
doesn't
just drink
matter.
regular, definitely.
If you drink it
But
like even remotely regularly though, like it has so
diet,
much sugar in it. Like
way
you
more
don't
than that.
realize how much sugar it is in it, I promise, unless you've like actually looked into it. Like it's ridiculous.
Yep.
It's insane. Like it's like people are like, "Oh, I'm on a diet, but like I just want a one pop," and I'm like, "That's like worse than eating like a cupcake."
Yeah,
I don't
like
know
you
if it
like literally
actually
a
is, but I
lot of
think it is.
desserts, especially depending on the amount, because people will
Hmm.
drink a lot too. But like,
Yeah, if you drink more than one cup of pop, like it's insane how much sugar you're having. But anyway, it doesn't have any fat in it like a lot of the other desserts, but there's lots of things you could talk about
yeah,
with that.
there's
But yeah,
pros and cons. Hmm.
all
But yeah,
right. Anything else
uh,
about beverages?
I don't think so. I think
So
we've
I
gone
think
pretty in
my
depth.
list is of top beverages is like milk, then Diet Baja Blast, but just like the
Oh, you
variety
know
of
what? We actually didn't
blast.
talk about the main one.
Water.
Yeah. How do you feel about drinking just water?
Ah, I need to think about it, which sounds really stupid. That sounds really
It's really
stupid.
funny.
That sounds
Okay, I'll go
idiotic.
first. I know a lot of people like they only like filtered water. I like filtered water, and I agree it's better. I'm fine with drinking tap water. I drink it all the time.
Tap water is fine if it's ice water. I don't
Especially,
want to
I need
drink
it
tap
cool.
water if it's
See,
not like
I don't
really
add ice
cold.
in almost ever because I
Aw.
prefer cool tap water as long as it's cool enough over cold fridge water. If it's too cold, I don't like it. Like
In
it like
general, I
waters my
want like
mouth.
freezing cold water.
Oh
Even
God,
if it's
no,
filtered, I always
no.
want like really, really cold water. So like tap water, it's just like a necessity for me to have it
Seriously?
cold.
You prefer it freezing cold?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, unless it's like during a workout or anything like that where I'm just like drinking it because I need it, I want it freezing cold. I like ice water. Ice
That's
water is good.
weird. I mean, I guess on rare occasion I like to sip really cold water, but like I like to just drink whenever I'm drinking, and I can only drink like freezing cold water a sip at a time because it really hurts my mouth. So
I mean,
like,
it does for me too. I mean, if I'm really thirsty, I don't want,
yeah.
like, again, like if I'm drinking it because I need to drink something, I want it to be cool but not like freezing cold. But like any other time, if I'm drinking it, like not just because I'm thirsty, I want it to be really cold.
And then I used to judge people that would like buy water, like Fiji water and that kind of
Fiji
stuff,
water is
because
literally
I was
so
like,
good, and
that's so
I don't.
dumb. And then I'd finally like gotten, I think it was a free sample or something, and I've had it several times. I think
It
I had it at
could
the dentist. It's really good.
it
I
could be
have to admit,
placebo effect. I will acknowledge that, but Fiji water is so good. Like
it
I love
actually
it.
is. It is amazingly good. So I rarely, if ever, I don't know if I've ever actually bought a bottle, but anytime that it's like offered to me, I'll
Hmm.
definitely take it
Remember we
because
had
it
it in
is
the
really good.
resort, and I think it was Tennessee. They had Fiji waters.
Yep, I do remember
I was
that.
so happy.
Yep.
Oh, Fiji waters, they're so good. And I'm sure like other like luxury
Brands. That's
brands of
yeah, I was
water
gonna say
sounds
that's
dumb,
just
but
the
like
main luxury brand that I know of and
I'm
have
sure they
actually
would
tried.
also probably be at least better than regular water, but like Fiji's the only one that I've really drank. What I want to try is that black water. Actually, I know it's like a huge gimmick, but like I want to know if it actually tastes good or not. Have you seen that?
Wait, what?
Black water?
I have no idea what this is.
Oh, it's like it's literally like just water, but it's black.
Is it dye?
It's not dye. I think it's like minerals. I'm gonna look it up because I don't remember. I used to know more about it. Um, Rhett and
That's
Link did a water sampling thing on Good Mythical Morning, and that was cool. Uh,
was it blind or no? Like were they
yeah,
okay?
yeah. I don't remember if they were guessing or what. 'Cause they did
So the
different.
dictionary
It's
definition
B.
for black water is wastewater from toilets.
It's BLK mineral
Okay.
water. So it is mineral water, but here, let me.
Oh, you didn't talk about Propel, which is sort of
Oh, that's another thing that I drink in a same and like too much of. Even
uh,
though like I don't think it's really negatively affecting me that much. Like it's just made it hard for me to drink water that's not flavored.
ew. Black water, like the time you're talking about BLK water, dark
Yeah.
color comes from the addition of fulvic acid produced from the biodegradation of dead organic matter.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives you a bunch of
So
minerals and
I
electrolytes
don't
and stuff, but
think it's
geez,
supposed to taste.
like dead things. I hope not.
I don't think it tastes different than like regular water because I think Rhett and Link sampled it and I don't think they knew that it was if it was blind. I honestly don't remember. I knew that it wasn't insanely different from water or anything
Okay,
like
I
that.
am willing to and want to try this. If I
Yeah.
see it, do they sell it like gas stations and stuff or no?
I don't think I've seen it at gas stations
Okay,
and stuff, but I mean, if you have
so
like a Whole Foods or something, they definitely have it
yeah,
there. But I'm
I was thinking
honestly
like on
probably
the way
just at like
home.
Giant Eagle or something like that. Like they probably have them at
I'll
like
try a bottle.
supermarkets.
I'll totally try a bottle.
We should do an episode of the thing show that we wanted to do with like spicy things,
Hmm.
where we could just drink a different water with each spicy thing.
I agree. Black water would
Although
be.
although that would also definitely like we wouldn't taste it as much as we would
This is true. We would
sampling it
barely taste it.
otherwise.
We'd have to take a sip at the beginning just to taste it first. But
Yeah, we
yeah,
should do like a separate test too.
I
But that would
agree.
also be just fun.
Yeah. So
It was good.
I think that's about it. So our challenge for this week, which we posted the poll and I forgot to actually repost it and stuff. So
I
no
didn't
one.
retweet it either, and
I
I'm the
yeah,
one
you're
who
the one who
tweeted
made
it out
it.
from the account. So I got three
We
votes.
got 3 votes, and Water Week won. So we're gonna do Water Week, where the only thing we drink for the next week, starting tomorrow, not today, will be
Oh, it's
water.
gonna suck for me. I'm gonna have headaches for at least 2 days
Yeah,
because
you
I'm
have
not
to
drinking
see. This is
caffeine.
easy for me because like I already do this somewhat often. The only thing I'm really sacrificing is it's hard for me to go
Yeah.
without milk, but I've done that a lot more this past year because of dieting and stuff. It's the V8 that I'm going without that I'm now going to have to make up with food.
Dude, I'm gonna die.
So I'm going to have to eat more food than usual because V8 is actually a huge chunk of my diet. But water, I already drink a ton of water because I've found out that honestly, if you aren't aware of this, because most people are, at least somewhat or majorly, honestly, a lot of the times dehydrated.
Yeah, you don't drink as much water as you should in
Being
terms of just
hydrated,
talking
because
everything.
I've done it like where I've actually measured how much water I should have in drinking an entire day. It makes you feel so much better. It's
Mhm.
amazing. You have no
I
idea.
honestly think I will feel better like after like a day or two drinking just water because
But
I
you're
think
gonna,
I've done it.
but then
I
you're
think I
gonna
did it
go
like
at the
once
end of the week.
before.
You're just gonna go back into your addiction. You're gonna break your caffeine addiction this week, and then you're going to go right back into it.
Yeah. Hey, maybe I'll just buy 7 of those caffeine chocolate bars. There's
That's true. You could
caffeine. There's
cheat, but
caffeinated caramel chocolate bars,
which are actually pretty
and
good. But I still don't like
they
caffeine,
still
so I
they
don't
still
want to.
taste a little weird, but like not like
Do they?
less
I
than
didn't think they
any
do.
other caffeinated thing. You notice them if you eat a couple of them because
Huh.
I've had them many times.
Okay. But
But it's
yeah.
not like
So
bad or
yeah,
anything.
I'm curious if your caffeine addiction will be worse than mom's. Although mom broke her caffeine addiction while she was very, very sick, so she basically already cheated because she was miserable,
Mhm.
and it was just like, oh, honestly, she's probably only a little bit more miserable from this because I'm not sure if her caffeine addiction then was worse than yours is now. I'd probably guess yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
because sometimes I still forget to drink like a Diet Mountain Dew until like
uh,
after school if I forget to bring one, and like I don't always get a headache. But like if I don't like throughout the whole day, I'm definitely gonna get a headache, and I'll probably be irritable, but it'll be fine.
But yeah, she broke her caffeine addiction and then she's basically started again, though it's not nearly at the level it was before. How much? She barely drinks coffee now, doesn't she? Or is she back to drinking coffee? I know she drinks those coconut,
I don't
uh,
I don't think she drinks them every morning, but I'm not sure. Like drinks
the
coffee every
coconut.
morning.
Okay,
The
I was like, I
coffee
don't
I
think she
meant.
drinks coffee every morning. She drinks the I was gonna say those
Bye.
coconut things, the bi caffeinated drinks she drinks.
See, those are like that has like caffeine from tea though, and tea caffeine is kind of different. It's a slower and more mild effect,
We didn't
and
talk
also
about
it's
hot
way
chocolate or
less.
tea. I like hot chocolate. I hate all tea pretty much.
I like tea, but the only tea like I really ever want to drink besides iced tea because iced tea is
Oh
like
God, I
basically
hate
a
iced
different
tea. I
bridge.
hate
I
iced
like
tea.
iced tea. I like iced tea, but it's different than like every other tea, like hot tea.
Mhm.
But I love mint teas. Mint teas are the best teas.
Oh, I hate tea. I hate tea so much.
Regular teas, I'm just like, man, I'll never choose to have regular hot tea. I
But I
mean,
love hot
they're fun.
chocolate,
Hot chocolate's
especially
really good.
well-made hot chocolate.
It's
Also,
made with milk.
if I didn't know that apparently it isn't like not everyone has had hot chocolate made with milk.
Hmm.
Like a lot of
It's so
people will make it
sad.
with water just because it's the easier thing. Like I understand that, and I do that all the time too. But if you've never had it made with milk instead of water, you
You'll
really
like
need
it so
to.
much more.
It's so much better. Amazing. Uh, but yeah,
Also, the YouTube channel You Suck at Cooking made a video a while back about how to make hot chocolate, and it's like real hot chocolate. Like you use milk and then you like melt chocolate into it.
oh cool,
And I want to try that because I know that would be amazing.
huh? But yeah, so
Can't do that this week though.
nope, because all we're gonna have is water. And Jesse better not forget his
I won't forget
you
this
won't
week. This
forget
one's
this
too
week.
big.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's like
this.
the sleeping cycle. It's like I can't. I mean, like I might slip up and
We'll
like try like just take a sip and be like, oh shit. But that would be it.
so we'll actually post this the poll. We're actually gonna post it this week and have it. So the next one should be decided by more people.
Hmm.
We're not as I said previously, we're not gonna do it every week, but
Do you want to add something other than the water challenge? So like, so we still have 4 options.
I was thinking, do we want to just have three, or should we add something else? We can add something else. We don't have
Uh,
to. We don't have to think of it right now.
yeah. Well, I think we should add another one just for fun.
Yeah,
But the three that we have right now are the
chopstick.
chopsticks challenge. That one's gonna suck. That one's
Yeah,
literally
that
gonna
one
be
will be
the
hard.
worst. Um, I think not gonna talk about it a lot, but I think for that one we should also change our diet to like not extremely, but like just try to eat things that are at least possible to eat with chopsticks. Because like I have yogurt every day for lunch, so if I do that, there's no way to eat yogurt with chopsticks, so I just have to use a spoon. But I think I'll try to just not eat yogurt
Uh
at
huh.
lunch.
You
Also, people
can't.
are gonna think I'm an idiot at lunch because I still eat lunch at school. I'm gonna eat like Triscuits with chopsticks, so people are gonna be like, "What
Oh
the
wait,
heck's wrong
are
with
we
him?"
not allowed to use our hands either? Okay, that's fair.
Well, I mean, as much as we can. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
if you're unable to, or like if you're in a rush, like just use your hands or use something that you need to use. Like again, if you're having soup,
No,
use
drink your soup.
chopsticks.
Drink your soup. Drink your soup. You can't use a spoon. No spoons or forks
So
allowed.
chopsticks challenge, which is using as only chopsticks as much as we can. Um, I have a nice set of
Vegetarian. We
chopsticks that
said
I can
vegetarian,
use.
not vegan, right?
Yes,
Good.
vegetarian. Vegan would be too hard to
Screw
do for a week.
vegan.
We'd
I
have
mean,
to
no, I'm not saying screw vegan people. I totally respect that you're able to do it. I'm
we'd
saying
have to
there's
try.
no
We'd have
way
to
I could
prepare
do
for
it.
like a month to do it for like a week.
Yeah, there's no way I could just do it right off the bat for a
If we
week.
if we didn't prepare for like a long time before doing it, I say a long time. It wouldn't have to be that long, but like we wouldn't, even if we did stick to it, like we wouldn't get the nutrients we need, and like a week wouldn't kill us, but like it wouldn't be
It wouldn't
good.
be good.
It
Yeah.
would we
So
would like be very unhealthy and bad. Um, I have a friend who went vegetarian. She went vegetarian in middle school and
mhm.
actually gained weight because like she didn't really like try for a lot of vegetarian options. She just kind of ate like junk food that was vegetarian. She's vegetarian again now, um, and she's doing a lot better with it, which
Mhm.
is cool.
But yeah, so vegetarian, and then Alphabet Photography Week, where we have to take pictures
Hmm.
of things
Let's
that
start with
start with
each letter of
each
the
letter of the
alphabet.
alphabet. Some
Don't
people
pick
would
that
pick.
one.
Yeah, please don't pick that one. I
I mean,
honestly don't.
I don't think
I
it's
don't.
gonna. I don't think it'll be that hard. I think it'll just be boring, and then we'll probably have to make a slideshow or something of it to show you.
Yeah, I'd just make
It's too much
a
work. I
thread
don't
on
like
Twitter,
working.
honestly. Uh,
That would be funny though. I mean, if it gets picked, we'll do it and it'll be fine.
Maybe
But
we
like,
should do a
actually, that's
week
good.
of writing letters to famous people. See if we get any responses.
That would be. That's a good one.
One day.
Yeah, that can be our other option. The letter week or
Okay.
whatever. Or
We're
letters.
definitely so
Well,
you know
if
I'm just
it's
gonna straight up say if that one doesn't get picked this week, we're totally doing it the following week.
okay.
So like if you guys get to pick what comes the next week. Also if you're listening to this because this will be on YouTube, but also Nerdy Geek Talk podcast and stuff. I got the Podbean up for the Brotatoes stuff, so like that is up. The iTunes still hasn't gone through, which is weird because whenever I did the Nerdy Geek Talk to get that on like iTunes and all the other places, it went through in like less than 24 hours, and it's been like a week since I submitted it. So I'm a little confused why it hasn't. But
Mm.
just stay tuned because I have a podcast feed set up, and if you listen to podcasts on Podbean, you can go there. But for some reasons, I don't have it. It's not showing up on Apple Podcast yet. So hopefully that should be resolved soon in the next day or two. I'm going to consult my editor, former editor, really, because he hasn't done much for Nerdy Geek Talk because I've actually kind of taken over. Not in a
Are you
lazy way.
talking about me? I'm just
No,
kidding. I know it's
you're
not
the
me.
former editor, because he's the one who got the feed up, but I was there for it. This one I've done all myself. I've basically taken over production of all my podcasts now, uh, so I'm gonna
Well,
consult him now.
what if one of my punishments in the future was like make a video every day for Nerdy Geek Talk again?
I think you just gave me an idea for whatever your
Not like, it
punishment is
couldn't
gonna
be
be.
every
So
day for a week because that would be too insane. But like, just make a video for Nerdy Geek
I
Talk.
could do it in the
That would be
summer or
so
something.
funny. Yeah, that would be really good. Actually,
No,
that's
your
actually really good.
punishment because for the punishments for the videos, there's no time constraint. You could just be like, you're the editor for Nerdy Geek Talk forever now.
Oh my god,
That'd be
that's
funny.
funny. We should still talk about like my Nerdy Geek Talk tenure on this podcast sometime.
Yeah, how our podcast became our podcast network, which wasn't a network at the time, although it was a
It,
little bit while
it
you
was
were
a little
there,
bit, just a little bit.
became a podcast network whenever I took over. By took over, I mean like just continued to do it, and you
Well, and you
continued.
also got a ton more people
Yes, I've
whenever you took
assembled a
over.
crew.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, it's
Maybe I'll
great,
come
great
back
for a
one
network.
day. I
You should,
literally don't have the time now, though. Like, I barely have time to record this podcast and make our videos for Brotatoes.
yeah, but it's
I need to
worth
make
it.
more videos with John on heterosapiens.
Yeah,
We
you
had
do.
ideas. There was another video that we filmed, and it's too freaking long to edit on Windows Movie Maker. Like, it crashes, and
Yeah, I
it's
need you
like
to
20
teach
minutes
me.
of footage. It's literally like it's not much at all. But like, I'm like halfway through. I'm not. I was like, no, I was like 75 or 80% through,
Hmm.
and then it just crashed, and I flipped. I was so mad
Uh,
because there's nothing I can do.
yeah, you need to teach me how to edit stuff whenever I'm
Hmm.
home on spring break.
I need to get a freaking editing software because I don't want to pay for one. But like Windows Movie Maker, literally would be perfectly great for everything I ever need to do if it just didn't crash. Like if it just didn't suck.
Uh huh.
Whatever. Okay, this is a
Yeah,
good
so
podcast.
basically, check out all the podcast places, and hopefully, the Brotatoes podcast will be up on all the podcast places soon. Uh, Also, make sure to check out the YouTube channel, The Brotatoes, to see our videos and all that. Jesse will have two punishments this week.
Mm.
They're both
Hopefully this week.
entertaining. Yeah, hopefully.
I'll do them soon, no matter what.
You should aim at least to
Yes, I
do them
definitely want.
by.
I think I should be able to do them this week, but I don't want to make any promises.
I was gonna say try to do them before my video, but if not, try to do them like the
It'll
following
be
week.
soon.
But yeah, so these two punishments they're funny. So definitely check out for those. Also, personally, you can follow me on at Eric Crowbar on Twitter if that's your thing. At Aramis Prime on Instagram if that's your thing. Also,
I'm at
also
Nightwolf.
follow at the
Hey.
Brotato. Well,
Oh
no, I'm
yeah.
saying I was going to say our social media, the social media for the thing we're actually doing.
I guess.
At Brotato Brothers. It's not Brotatoes Podcast. It's at Brotatoes Brothers because it's both for the YouTube channel and the podcast on both Instagram and Twitter. If you follow us, we'll follow you back. I promise. It's not like my other social media. This one, I'm doing the exact thing that I hate. Just
We'll be
following
that
as many.
account that follows like a million people.
Yep, following a million people just so we get like a couple hundred back.
Brian Brushwood's Twitter is also like that. The guy from Scam School.
I don't do that for
He
my other
follows.
Twitter.
He has 1.8 million followers, but he follows 930,000 people.
Yeah. So like he still has more, but like yeah,
Yeah.
obviously my account on Twitter is not like that. In fact, I just cleaned it out again, so I only have like
I know. Yeah, you
160
can never do
followers.
that on a personal account because your Twitter feed would be literal
Yeah, exactly.
garbage.
Like I actually check my Twitter feed, and then for the nerdy geek talk and stuff, I'm like, I
Mhm.
only follow our other podcasts on the
Yeah.
network, not even other podcasts I like,
Nerdy Geek Talk still
and
follows me on Twitter, right?
and all the hosts. Yeah, so you're and you, even though you're not a host, but you're a founder,
Hey,
so you still get
I'm
it.
I'm a founder, and I could still be a host if I wanted to. I'm just a host on a very long hiatus.
But yeah, so there's all that good stuff.
I could still log in and upload whatever I wanted.
You could.
Hey,
I could also change.
the social media profile and banner on Twitter is still the one that I made.
Yeah, I've thought about changing it. I just haven't yet.
You could. I like the profile picture. I think that one's really good. The banner's just so.
Yeah, I agree.
The profile picture is good though.
The
I mean,
profile picture,
I
like,
went.
I don't want to change because I am so used to it,
Mhm.
and
And
I feel like
I
it's
wouldn't be
time.
offended if you changed it, but like the profile picture is good. I think you could
Yeah.
keep that and
Oh,
just
I
keep
I
how
would change the banner first, but I want to change the profile picture at some point because I'd like to rebrand
what
it. I mean,
sure.
not new name, but like I would like to update everything, but that probably won't happen for a while. So,
All right.
where can people
Well,
find your SoundCloud?
Nightwolf Music.
It's
Just go
really
to
good.
SoundCloud and Google Nightwolf space music. Night is in Night. And my Twitter is at Nightwolf689.
You should put all your stuff on SoundCloud on iTunes as an EP.
I should, but this work.
It's not that hard.
I'm actually working on.
Do you know how to do it? It's really not that hard. I think it's
No,
actually
I don't.
similar to the
But
thing I do for podcasts. You just have to look it up.
I actually, yeah, I know there's also services similar to Podbean that'll put your stuff like music on places too.
Yep.
But I'm working on a song. It's almost done. I just have to finish recording and mastering it. That has vocals on it. It's not singing, but it has vocals on it
Is it
from me.
your vocals? Yeah.
Yeah, it's me. It's me talking.
Cool. We need to record some stuff whenever I'm home on spring break. So you
Mhm.
should get some
We
stuff
need to make a
prepared.
freaking comedy album because I think like I want to make serious music too, but like our comedy album or EP, whatever, comedy music would be so good.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good thing to start with, especially. So, but yeah.
All right,
So keep your eyes peeled for that. You know what?
banana
I'll
peeled.
start. Yeah, we have 2 weeks till then. I'll start trying to write up some lyrics and stuff, and we can
Yes, I'll.
talk. So
Do
maybe
you
we can
want to
get a
still?
few things.
Okay, I'll talk to you about it after the podcast because I don't want to plan this out on the podcast. I was about to
Everyone,
start talking.
this is our plan for the EP. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, but yeah,
Not
that's
because
about
like I
ready
don't want
for.
people to know, just because it's like we don't need to like
Yeah,
discuss
we
our
don't need to
planning.
record it. You don't want to hear us talk anymore.
No,
Yeah.
you don't.
So this has been the third episode of the Brotatoes
Oh,
podcast.
what's this one going to be titled? It should be titled Piggy Bank because that's what I'm looking at right now. My piggy bank. It has an I voted sticker on it, and I also have never voted because I'm not 18. But I got a sticker from someone,
I
and I
don't want
put
to
an
title
I
that. I
voted.
want to title something somewhat relevant.
Title it Liquids.
You know what? Yeah, I'll do that. Even though really it's beverages, which is more
Yeah,
specific
but that's
than
funny.
liquids, but
It's Liquids funny.
liquids. Okay. Uh, Discovery Cove liquids.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.